Hello everybody, this is Capitalist Games and welcome back to Crossout 101. Today we're gonna cover the Mandrake Howitzer. It's the first legendary I got, so I thought I would do a little guide episode on it. First off, the Mandrake stats are 2600 power score, extremely high damage, a rather low rate of fire, a pretty much all map range, although pretty low accuracy and only 6 volleys of ammo. I do have 3 ammo packs right here underneath here, and because of that I got 12 shots, and so I do have that increased. Anyway, the structure is 689, which is very similar to a let's grab the fat man here. 692, as you can see. It's very similar to the Fat Man's health. That's an energy drain of 8, which is the highest in the game. Having 8 energy also means that you can only mount 1 on your vehicle, because of course having a gas generator and a humpback will limit your energy to only 15. And that side it has 2430 kilograms of mass, which is very similar to that of the Mammoth. And yeah, it's just a super heavy weapon. Its unique ability is the explosive bottles, similar to the porcupine. It will leave 1 for every shot, and it shoots 5 shots per volley. Anyway, I'll show you how it works. First I have to drive out of this garage. Anyway, if I hold, in this case, the left mouse button, the default button, you'll get this drop out point. Releasing it, after aiming, we'll fire the shots. I do want to point out, after if you just click it once, so you want a quick fire or something, as you can see it doesn't fire. If you look at the button at the bottom, you can see how a little thing fills up before firing, and it will make a sound like bleep sound when it fires. The accuracy is kind of annoying because once you move, it has a tendency to, do weird stuff like this. Especially when not on flat ground. So I'm just aiming directionally and go here, and suddenly it's just gone, and boom, it's back again. Also, it does have a rather limited firing range, actually, in terms of minimum range. You can see here, you actually have to be rather far away from your enemy. At the side, you can easily aim all the way over there. Guys can see it. I fire all the way over there. And I think I might be able to get up there if I aim far enough. Guys can see the line over there. It's basically the entire map range. See the little white entry thing going on. As you can see here, there go the shells flying as well. The other side, this gun deals as one of the highest DPS values of the any gun in the game. However, because of the weird aiming, it basically forces you to stand still while firing entirely. And even if your aim is pretty much dead center, still shots can go off quite far. Here you can see the puddles, they stay for around 3 seconds and do some decent damage to the vehicle as well. Also, here you can see the minimum range is shorter on right here, because I actually am angled backwards. Because of that, you can actually have a shorter minimum range. Also, the aim is a little bit broken, as you can see here. It aims quite far to the right, and I have to aim all the way here to get the good firing angle going on. The bottles do damage everybody inside the radius, including yourself, so watch out for that. I'll try to get some shots off myself by driving up that hill right here and see what I can do here. drive on the puddle. Too late. Well, at least this thing does have friendly fire issues, so watch out where you fire at it. Do not fire it carelessly into a group of both allied and enemies. Try to get that lone single enemy instead. Those shots went further backwards than I thought they would land right here. Interesting. Also, with the minimum range shifting, it actually applies the same way around. If you're on a hill like this, the minimum range gets rather far. So make sure you're either on flat ground or facing away of the enemy, otherwise your minimum range will be so huge you cannot fire at anybody. And be sure to have at least one guy with short range weapons stick around you, because if an enemy shotgunner gets close to you, you're pretty much dead. Anyway, I bred this little build right here, just over 4000 power score, and I'm gonna play a match or two. Here we got Fortress. Fortress is a decent map for this thing. I mean, this gun gets better the more open the map is. For example, Old Town is one of the worst maps to play this thing on. Simply because you cannot see the enemies where you're shooting at, and there's no way you can lead the target. I'll be preparing a shot just over those stones as soon as they hit the cap. Fire my volley. And I got that actually has not happened to me before. This is the first time I get a one blast kill without actually seeing the enemy. And I have to say, I'm impressed with this thing. Most of the time, you do not get one-hit kills. You actually get like two. You need to get 2 or 3 rounds on the same target, or that target needs to have very low health. Otherwise, you will not kill the target. Probably. Oh, I got a cannon ally covering me. I'll be continuing to fire at the center of this point. Got some damage off. You can see the damage hit markers are rather big for this weapon. This weapon is also extremely effective at stripping off wheels of an enemy rig. Here you got that, and it's an extremely good anti-group weapon. It's probably the best anti-group weapon in the game. Got a second kill. Let's hope this guy covers me from the side, because I am out here. I am not gonna stick around at the short range battle. Gotta lob a shell in. Let's see what we can do. One guy flipped on the knee upside down. As good as I can run away. Okay, what can I fire? Let's see. Rolling around the corner. Oh crap. Turret. Ah, turret. Just in time. Oh crap. Crap. Is that what I want? Guys are kind of focusing me right here by the looks of it. And mirror range issue. We cannot. Oop. Just randomly fire my shot. Oh well, that was a loss. Because of the few kills I got on this thing, I do have a decent amount of experience. Also, quite a bit goes into my faction as well. Anyway, let's go into the next map. Let's see what we... Oh, new match. I have to say, Rock City. and bridge map are probably the two best maps for this thing. Especially if people have like a tendency to group up at one location, this thing just literally annihilates the entire group. It's really funny to see just a group drive into an area, just sit there and suddenly have it just rain death, quite literally. It's first volley. Let's see if I hit something. Got some hit macros. They are rushing, I am going backwards here. Ooh, 800 and then a 900 damage hit. Oh, crap. And this is the situation that I mentioned before. If somebody gets close, you're dead. So it's time to run and find an ally. Time to get out here. Missiles, enemies, fire random missile shots. I need to get to those two allies as soon as possible before I die. Because I simply cannot defend myself against this guy. Oh great, now there are two. And there goes my gun. And there goes me. Looks like a guy shot me in the face. Oh well. Let's see what we got here. Twin repair sniper. Charge slash drone. Twin turret. More drones. And that's it. We only got the IGNI and Korak left in the enemy team. Here we go and see people ignoring the single guy which has weapons and going for the guy that does not have any weapons. Good job, people. Oh, actually, yeah, he does have a little sidekick. Sidekicks are such a troll. They're not really good or anything, in my opinion. But, I mean, there are worse things out there. Yeah, that enemy is eliminated. If we get a timeout, we will still win. So, he will probably try to cap. And there we go. He deploys the drone. And he doesn't realize he's gonna be behind. Oh, actually, here he is. I thought he would be behind that trailer right there. And no more drone. Huh. 2 seconds before timeout. Still a kill. 555 points. That's also nice. That's actually something I will probably do soon. I'm gonna start calculating how the actual points are earned, and I'll be covering that soon, although it will probably be after my vacation. So, sorry for that, but please stay tuned. I have to say, one thing the developers could really do, which would really improve balance, in my opinion, already in terms of rewards, is giving every single AI a engineer's flag. This is some I don't know, devs, if you're ever gonna watch this or whatever, or maybe if you're moderator, if you got one of you see this, maybe pass it down, because the AIs really are not as good as the players, so having like extra experience in return for the players that have more AIs on their team would maybe be a fair trade-off. Oh, I forgot to fire fully into the cap zone. See if I can get anything. And I'm gonna retreat and go up one of these hills. I'll drive around here and get to that center hill. It's gonna be a very risky position, because if somebody charges me, I'm dead. But if if nobody does, then I'll have such a good position. I'll be able to bombard pretty much anyone. Especially since this thing is slightly angled. I can drop people right here. Turned on the handbrake. Oh crap. As said, if somebody charges me, I'll be dead, so I'm gonna run instead. This is... Oh. Front flip. And they got. Rip. Random guy just flipped over me. Well, one more match for this episode. Gotta wait a little while before we go. In this case, I had kind of the worst spawn because the other map, other side, of course, has a really big ridge on the side where you can drive back and forth. Actually, that was my first match with the Mandrake, and I just fell in love with the Mandrake because you can just try to drive back and forth right there and bombard everybody. And that was just amazing fun. Anyway, for this one, I also got a set strategy. I'll be moving up here, and I'll be firing all the way across. So as said, right here, turn right, activate handbrake, and fire. Here we go, got a hit off. The damage markers are kind of out of place. Two enemies left, one more right. And some dead head on. So first I have to fire at those. Got some hits off. It's always sweet to see the damage marker when you're with this gun. He's not moving, but the volley was off. Aw, too bad. Because what happens when you're moving when firing, you simply have no accuracy. Out of one hit. I guess I have to save the match if by moving in time. If that happens. And I actually got the kill. And here you guys saw, if you replay that, you can see how my left tire fell off because of my own flames. That's the downside of the gun, especially at short range. You can actually nuke yourself with it. It's actually probably the only gun that you can actually do that with. I mean, even the tow launcher will actually pass through you and not damage you. Ah, crap. One of them is our hour cap, and okay, he's dead. Good volley. And GG. Oh, as said, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.